Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast, The Duck Show. Today is Nazar with you, and this is my second episode. Our theme today is very simple but pretty interesting because we will jump into the details of my story and discuss moving to a new club, to a European club. I will tell you a little bit about difference between Ukraine and Belgium in terms of football and team. We're gonna discuss the level of training and relationships in the team. So, if you haven't heard the first episode, I encourage you to go back to it and start from there. Let's get started, and I hope you're gonna like it. Football became the main thing of my life after one big event. It was the Champions League final in 2018, which found its place in Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. I got the opportunity to get to this match, and it was such a big surprise for me because not everyone gets this opportunity. So I went there, found my seat, and the game started. There was no free seats, and the tickets were sold out within few hours. The crowd was screaming, supporting their teams. Liverpool was playing against Real Madrid. These were unforgettable emotions, but what was more important for me that I almost immediately realized that football is much more than 22 people on a field. That 22 players and coaches and stuff, but I just found out that the whole world lives by this sport, and I myself wanted to be a part of it. That evening was for Real Madrid, and I really remember this match forever. I remember how happy were fans, how they were celebrating each goal. What an emotions, what an happiness. The football festival took place that evening at the main stadium of Kiev, NSK Olimpijski. It was a moment for celebration, and I saw Sergio Ramos, who had the Champions League cup in his hands, and I would love to feel what he felt. And that's how my dreams and more plans to get to European club were born. But by playing in Ukraine, I understood that that would be not enough to get there. And it was decided to find a football agent who played his role in my move. At that time, I was already in Germany celebrating my birthday and didn't expect anything. And then the call rang and I heard, "Hello Nazari, there is a football club waiting for you in Belgium. They are already know who are you and what are your skills." Yes, it was my football agent and he found the club for me. And I was really shocked because this was such a big step towards my dream. I saw that all the work that I have done was not in vain. And here it is, my big chance. For several years, he was looking for a club, but the opportunity to show my qualities came only in 2022. So it was a club from Belgium top league. It was KV Mechelen, a team with a big history and one of the best football academies. My first training session took place the day I arrived to Belgium, and I was very excited. I was welcomed very warmly, and everyone was interested in where I came from and how I got here, where I had played before, and whether I knew anything about Belgium. It was quite funny at the first training session because I didn't even understand what language they are speaking. It was a mixture of English and German, but sometimes I heard French. Fortunately, most of the players and coaches spoke English, which gave me the opportunity to communicate without any problems in the team. but I still didn't understand what kind of language it was. It turned out to be Dutch. Am I? How strange and unexpected it was. In the first weeks, I got to know each of the players. Everyone was very excited and happy to accept me into the team, as was the coaches. Some of them were talking about Ukrainian players in European championships, and I was very interested in the team because I search a lot of information about them and I follow them on Instagram and other social media. But I didn't expect that someone from the Europe is pretty interesting and also love Ukrainian players as much as I do. And sometimes during the training they called me by the names or surnames by Ukrainian players who they knew. For example, it was Mudrik or Zinchenko or Mikolenko, Yarmolenko. So they knew actually a lot information about Ukrainian players and Ukrainian football. I was so shocked about it. I didn't expect it, but it was quite nice and fun for me to be like not from not known country. I was like, yes, you know something about Ukraine, so we're gonna have a few talks about it. We're gonna talk about Belgian football, Ukrainian football, and other European championships. Some of them were interested in Ukraine as a country, as a culture, as a people, and I was extremely excited to tell them about our traditions, about language, and the situation that is now going on there, and how are my friends from there, how are they doing, and is it safe or it's not safe anymore, and what are going to be like in a few months, in a few years. So but I didn't felt myself like uncomfortable or scared or something like that. I was okay, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some more information like that you cannot see on TV or on radio or just read it in newspaper or stuff like that. But the thing is that we both know that this is terrible, it's not normal, it's against humanity. So we were like, no, it's not fine, it's not okay, we should do something with it, or we should talk about it. And they were such interesting in the team to just to ask me each day how is it going with my family who is still there, and how is it going with my friends who are still there. And each day for me it was like, okay, I thought that you're gonna ask me like once and you're gonna say okay, let it be. But no, they were actually interested in that. How is it going there each day? Each day. I was pretty shocked. So gradually I learned the language and I played football in the same team. But we're gonna go a little bit back on the training, and the theme is we're gonna speak about difference between Ukraine and Belgium in terms of football training, in terms of mentality, in terms of preparation and matches by itself. So let's start with it. Already from the beginning of training there, I felt a big difference, such a big difference, how strong the energy was, completely different tasks, different tactics, and preparation were much more important here. So the players worked from the first to the last minute of the training, and I was as tight as possible each training session. They are they are like beasts. They are ready to fight for each ball, for each centimeter of the ground. They are not gonna like stop if they don't want, like they don't want to be losers. They don't want to lose any small match, any small game. Their mentality is crazy. They want to win everything, every ball, every match. I I, f- I fell in love with it, with that mentality, because it's much more important than the good skills or a good technical skills or tactics or anything like that. It's not more. There's nothing more important than like strong mentality, and that's actually crazy. So you can see, I cannot even describe it how powerful it was for me. I just, each training I need to go like at the weekend, or just I had to train extra just to reach their level, to be like on the same high as they are. It was unbelievable how good they were. It was, yeah, it was crazy. Just crazy. I couldn't believe it. I had to do extra running session. I had to do like extra physical trainings, and I had to do more uh, things, more technical stuff with my right foot, because I'm left-footed, and my right foot was pretty dead at that moment. But by the time, and with the help of my coaches, I improved it. I tried to use my right foot more in the game situation, in the training, and it was unbelievable how fast and how like extremely good it became within a few months. Just within a few months, I was I'm like now I'm playing football for almost 12 years, and my right foot became such better within a few months. It's unbelievable. I still cannot believe in it. And there is one mystery thing, actually mystery thing, because when we had trainings, the players didn't like to didn't want to run this all these run exercises. They didn't like it. But when it comes to the match day, when it comes like a small game, they are running as fast as possible, and you cannot like compare it with the Ukrainian players, because here they are beasts. They are running, they can like give out all of their energy inside this speed, inside it, like these emotions. And the most problematic thing is they're extremely emotional. So they talk to a referee, each, like for each fall, for each problem. They're ready to kill a ref. They're ready to like make him dead, because in Ukraine we had a mentality like, okay, it's ref, it's normal to make a problem. We don't have to compare with him. We don't have to like go discuss each fall. Okay, we just let it be. But here, no one gonna like stay quiet and still in that situation. If ref makes a fall, actual fall, the whole crowd, the whole team, coaches, they all becoming angry. They becoming crazy for each fall. This is what I like. This is actually what I Like you feel each minute, you feel each second on that field. You are becoming like part of the game, and you're becoming crazy. I swear to God, you are becoming crazy, which you cannot actually describe. I cannot describe it with words because this type of football is much different than one in Ukraine. So fouls there were like acceptable, and here they are not, and they are never gonna be acceptable here. People just some people think that okay, it's referee, he decides what to like. He is the king of the match, so he decides much more than players. And in Ukraine, we say, yeah, let it be, let it be. It's a ref. We cannot do anything against him. But here, nothing matter. Everyone is like ready to kill him, ready to kill him. And I was glad to be among them, to play with them, and to be like a part of it, to be a part of this club, to be part of academy and part of European football. And I loved it here. I was crazy about it, and I didn't actually I didn't want to come back to Ukrainian football because it became actually pretty boring for me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna do my best to be here, to be important in Belgium or by in Europe by itself. So I'm ready to do everything just to be a part of European club, to be a part of European football. And I'm sure to say here, football is more than just a game. I guess that are great words to end the second episode. Next, we will talk more about football. Subscribe to that podcast and to my Instagram, which will be below, and wait for a new episode. And I see you all there. Bye bye.